A looming trade war between the US and Colombia appears to have been averted after the Colombian government agreed to allow US military flights carrying deported migrants to land in the Andean country. The spat erupted on Sunday when President Gustavo Petro barred two military planes carrying Colombians deported from the US from landing. The Trump administration responded by threatening to slap punitive tariffs on the Colombian exports to the US. President Petro at first said Colombia would retaliate by imposing tariff on US goods, but the White House later announced that Colombia had agreed to accept migrants, including those arriving on US military aircraft without limitation or delay. The White House hailed the agreement with Colombia as a victory for Trump's hardline approach after the country's two leaders had exchanged threats on social media on Sunday. Today's event made clear to the world that America is respected again, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt wrote in the statement. She added that the tariffs had sanctions which the Trump administration had threatened to impose on Colombia should it not comply would be held in reserve and not signed unless Colombia fails to honor this agreement. She also said that President Donald Trump expects all other nations to the world to fully cooperate in accepting deportation of their citizens illegally present in the United States. The row between Colombia's left-wing president and Trump escalated rapidly on Sunday. Petro, a keen user of social media, posted on X that he had barred US planes carrying Colombian immigrants from entering our territory because the US cannot treat Colombian migrants like criminals. He demanded that the US put procedures in place for migrants to be treated with dignity. He also said he was ready to send the presidential plane to the US to transport the migrants. Colombia has expected deportation flights from the US in the past. In 2024, 124 planes carrying deported migrants from the US landed in the country, but President Petro appeared to object to the return of deportees on military rather than civilian flights and to the way the migrants may be treated on those military flights. In his post on X, Petro referenced a news video showing migrants deported from the US to Brazil who had been handcuffed and had their feet restrained during the deportation flights. He said he would never allow Colombians to be returned handcuffed on flights.